you ain't getting up and you ain't quitting every day,
Mm-hmm.
it's like you ain't really serious about this. You know what I mean? You ain't serious about this shit. And at first, I felt like at first I didn't feel where he was coming from, but then over time I was like, oh, I feel it. I get what he's saying, because it's like you be wanting to say fuck this shit, especially when business not going right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
All righty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Indie Unplugged. My name is Vaughan.
Just Yohance.
And today, man, we have an incredible guest. Let me introduce him. We have Jay Fooley Beatz, a talented engineer and music producer, hailing from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. I got folks in Alabama too. We got to kind of talk about that. Now residing right here in Atlanta. Matter of fact, not even in just Atlanta, like right down the street from the studios. It's so crazy, right?
Right.
So he's here in Atlanta, been here since 2017. But he grew up in a rich home full of music, listening to and being influenced by legends like Barry White, the Isley Brothers, which has helped him to craft his blend of unique sound. He boasts impressive production and engineering credits, working with artists such as Gloss Up, Baby Money, OMB Peasy, Simba Dope Boy Raw, Jagged Edge, which of course is one of my favorites, right? Jagged Edge, and London J. After years of dedication and traveling for seminars and showcases, he eventually came to ATL in 2017. He made that leap to say, you know what, I'm going to pursue my passion fully. So ladies and gentlemen, let us take a moment to welcome Jay Fooley Beatz.
Oh, man.
What's good, brother?
Yeah, appreciate that, man.
How you feeling?
Yes, sir.
I feel good, man. I feel good. It's hot outside.
It's
but
hot.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
It's
stay
hot.
cool as possible, because
Yeah.
man.
Look, so you saying that reminded me of a meme that I saw.
Well,
And the meme was, I don't know if you ever played Super Mario.
oh, come on
Oh,
now.
for sure.
Oh,
Okay,
man,
so like,
yeah.
so there's, I think it's Super Mario 3 when the sun was trying to attack Mario.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it right here.
That's crazy.
Right?
Nah,
there.
for real, nah, man.
This is it.
I feel like for some reason, I feel like we being punished, man, with this heat, man. Because
Bro.
it's like, it's not just
Yeah.
hot during the day.
Yeah, it's hot at night.
Oh my God, man.
It's hot.
I'm a night owl, so it's
All the
like,
time.
when we talking about at 12, we talking about 11, 12 o'clock, it's still like 89.
Oh,
Yeah.
trust me, oh, bro.
No wind. You just just bare heat. You know what
Bare
I mean?
heat.
So it's like,
Yep.
Look, there was one. So I'm originally from Virginia. Everybody know that, they watch the show.
okay.
But I moved from St. Louis down to here. That's where I really call home.
Okay.
Between both places. I remember one night laying in the bed. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning. The temperature was like 111. Where it was like, yo, wait a minute. In the Midwest,
Man.
dry, hot. Man, they try. The sun is overtime.
But it really is. It
It
really is. I don't know if it's I don't know if it's the man above or if it's Mother Nature. They just ain't,
They,
they
Yeah.
collide or they got something
communicating.
going on.
Got something going on.
They ain't working together today. It's like,
No,
yo.
not at
Yeah.
all, man. We need them to fix that. We
need them to fix that.
Well, definitely.
But you know what'll happen? It'll rain, and then it'll be just a smidget, and then all of a sudden
It go back up
It'll be
again.
It
burning
go
hot again.
right back
Yeah.
up, man.
Yo, what's good? No reprieve.
Man, look,
Nothing?
I done got to a point now. It's been so hot. I feel uncomfortable wearing jeans.
Yeah, I don't go outside. I
Well,
try not
I
to go outside.
got jeans on because I was in the car and
I'm not mad at you, but it's, man. Look, workout shorts.
Look,
Yeah.
I had on shorts before. I was like, let me go change
Yeah.
because I just had regular shorts on,
Yeah.
regular old tank top.
Yeah.
I got time to change for an interview, but man,
I got you.
it's
on that.
so crazy. But man, Jay Fooley, welcome to the show, brother.
Man, thank y'all, man.
Sir.
Thank you for the invite.
Yeah.
Oh,
Appreciate
yeah,
that.
for sure.
sure.
Most definitely.
So let's dig into your background, man. Kind of shed light on your journey, your story.
Okay.
What kind of led you eventually to ATL?
Yeah, man. Like I said, like you mentioned, born and raised in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. You know what I mean? My mom, she ended up, eventually moving here around the year of the Olympics, like 95, 96 or something like that. But of course, being raised, by my family as well.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? That's from both sides. So, but being mainly at my grandma's and my granddad's house. You know what I mean? And staying with them is, you know, anybody, it can turn to a party at any given second.
Mhm.
If uncle come by there, you know what I mean, auntie, maybe a friend just stop by to have a
Mhm.
drink. Next thing you know, got some music playing. My grandma over there frying fish. It's a party all night. You know what I mean? So growing up, just being able to hear like, Frankie Beverly and Mays and Teddy Pendergrass and Al Green, Barry White, even, a little blues, Johnny Taylor,
Mhm.
Sir Charles Jones, just hearing that, hearing that's almost listening to some new T.I. or new Ludacris or
Yeah.
Jeezy, you know what I mean? So more I got into music as I got older. I had a cousin of mine who was originally born and raised here on the east side though of Atlanta, and he had it. He had it all as far as equipment, the drum pads, the computer software, the mic. He got what he wanted. You know what I mean? So we would spend summers up here with him, and I think I fell in love more with just the whole background of being able to literally start from scratch, no ideas. You could just start with the drum pad and just go from there. Next thing you know, my uncle, who's like my brother, just thinking maybe of a hook or something. And then next thing you know, it's like, boom. So I fell in love with that aspect of it, of the background. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Hey, but you're right at any moment, any time.
Yeah.
Somebody come over, it turns into a party instantly.
Man,
instantly. Like
that's how it was. That's how it was in
that?
my grandma in my granddad's house, man.
So
it's like,
was that here or in Alabama?
In Alabama.
Oh,
In
yeah.
Alabama.
Okay.
Yeah. I have a few relatives that stay here. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But we all spread out. You know what I mean? But mainly on both sides, everybody's back home. But yeah, that's how it was. Like, we might be sitting around the house, might get two of my uncles that might pull up, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Come have a few drinks with my, come in there, mess with my grandma and sit there and chop it up with my granddad. And next thing you know, boom, somebody else pulling up.
They be like, yo, what's up there, nephew?
Yeah, look, so it's in back home, of course, I grew up with everybody calling me by my first and middle name. So you know how that go. You know what I mean? To my family, I'm just, I'm Justin. You know what I mean? Or I'm Justin Ray. You feel me? But to my friends, of course, I'm Jay or I'm Fooley, or Fool. So yeah, but yeah, it's
okay. So that's how I got you. That's how you got the name.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, just being myself. You know what I mean? Being silly or crack a joke here and there, break the ice, and next thing you know, it just kind of followed me all the way through.
Like Jay, you a fool, man.
Yeah, like heard that so much in school. You know what I mean? Heard it so much in school, and then it just kind of like just followed me after I left school, especially when I got into music and stuff.
Sure.
So what are your influences? Who are some of your biggest musical influences, and how have they impacted your musical style?
All right, now when you say that, are you speaking of from artist standpoint, or we talking about just producing?
Anything you want it to be.
Oh
yeah.
Okay. Definitely people like Drummer Boy, Manny Fresh.
Manny's underrated.
Man, DJ Toon.
Yeah.
It was one guy that I used to kind of like pay attention to him, and that was through the production he did for T.I. It was a man by the name of Sanchez. Very very fire, but of course, I tapped into the people that that was from Alabama as well, people like M16, one of my bros, you know what I mean?
Oh, really?
M16.
I know M16.
Yeah, I know M16 from Alabama.
Yeah, that's fam. That's bro.
That's crazy.
Yeah, M16. There was a producer named Ko. He was from I can't remember. I think it was Montgomery. From Montgomery. But he was doing production for T.I.
Okay.
Yeah. So like people, like, of course, it's kind of like Manny Fresh, DJ Toon, Drummer Boy.
What was the draw to like Manny Fresh or Toon? Because like Manny Fresh sound is very distinct.
hasn't been imitated. No, in no form, shape, or fashion. Like the way he would do his drums, it's always the drums and the sounds. Like of course, being in Alabama, of course we listening to, the Cash Money, No Limit era, so one beat that I love that he did, song called, it was off the Hot Boys album, Guerrilla Warfare. The song was called Help.
Oh yeah, Help, yeah.
And just the way he was doing them drums, them snares, and how he chose to use the police and ambulance siren, like how he just collided them both, and he used it as a sound rather than just one little effect. You know what I mean? It was like he knew how to use certain things, and like I don't just have to use it right here. He used it and periodically through the beat to where it amped that artist up in whatever they was rapping about or whatever. So it was like that's how I look at Drummer Boy too. Drummer Boy was very unique. He had his way of putting his drums, and of course by him being, his background of being in orchestra and stuff like that, he like real crazy, from the Jeezy and the Gucci era, you know what I mean? So but also I do respect, the sampling too.
Okay.
That's what is different. Of course, we know about the Rockwilders, Just Blaze, and stuff like that. But it was like that era of music was hard. But it's something about the South though.
Yeah.
The South got something to say.
You know what I mean? It's just something about how the South producers always was able to, turn it up maybe 2 or 3 more notches compared to what they were opposed to doing. You know what I mean? Just the way there was no rules and they just did it, so that's always been an influence though, for sure.
So, but how does that help you, like, with your creative process? Like how would you create something like a beat or whatever? Like,
I'm definitely starting with the sound. Whether I'm using a sample or I'm coming from scratch. I'm definitely starting with the sound because, of course, I'm a person where I'm listening to a song, I'm dissecting as I'm listening to it. I might, I'm listening to that one sound in the back that's considered as ear candy, but also overall it's kind of like what's making me move. You know what I mean? Aside from the drums gonna do what they do.
Okay, yeah, you got the drums.
Yeah, the drums gonna do what they do, but it's like, what's that sound that's in the background? What is that?
Do you think that's a lost art of listening to music and listening for those distinct sounds and being attentive to the music and really figuring out how those sounds have been used and made to work and gel together? Because I'll tell you what, you listen to some music, I'm telling you who was really amazing at stuff like this was Dr. Dre. Like, I would put on an album and I would hear stuff like, yeah, wait a minute, what is that? I never heard that before.
Telling you,
like,
man.
yo, that's like, and then it makes you become investigative. And you're like, let me go find out what that sound is and figure out what the process is behind it and all that.
Yeah.
I mean, is that the same for you? First, do you think that's a lost craft, the dissecting of music?
I say, in honest opinion, I think it's 50-50. Because we hear music now, like it don't take a lot for something, for certain songs and certain artists, they don't need a lot. But for those, do, it's kind of like it's there. It's just it all depends on what you're into. What type of music are you listening to? Are you listening just solely rap, trap, or are you stepping over in the hip hop side? Even R&B. There's some songs in R&B that you can listen to and they can give you that, like, damn, this feel good. Like, I like that. You know what I mean? Like, and it makes you, and then after you actually hearing the beat, then you start dialing in on what the person is saying as far as lyrics and stuff like that. And does it resonate or does it make sense to you? I'm
gonna tell you one R&B beat that does that for me, that I really gotta listen to, and it's like, yo, that beat is crazy. Right. And now I'm about to say, I'm giving this example, and then I always forget like what the actual songs are, right?
Lose train of thought.
Always do. But it's a Trey Songz song. It was produced by Brian Michael Cox, and it's Last Time. Like that Last Time beat that B made, just like I listened to it, like got them little flutes in there, and got the piano, and I'm just like, and he got some other little stuff that's in there, some it's like that lead that's in there. I'm like, oh, wait a minute.
But you know, Trey Songz, he got quite a few songs where it's like that. Like
he do.
One of my favorite songs from that same concept is Superwoman.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that beat is cold. That beat cold.
I don't know what it is. I don't know if that was a lead or was it a pad or was it considered as a move bass.
Right.
But it's that. It's like, damn, what is that? And then on top of whatever he was saying, you know what I mean?
So for you, how important is sound selection when you're producing? Because it sounds like you're a person who really looks for the sounds that craft the music. It's
very important because again, just because it's not something that's, you know, spoke or, you know, talked about a lot, it's still like you have listeners out there. So you gotta think about them too. You know, again, you're trying to make this beat for the artist, but it's like, okay, whatever artist grabs it and what they do, it's like, what about the people that's actually listening to it? You know what I mean? So it's like you gotta think about those people too. You know what I'm saying? So sound selection to me is very important because once you get the sounds together, the drums are. It's like that comes easy. If you know, of course, if you got some, you know, you got that bounce to yourself. You know what I mean? But like the sound is very important to me. That's I'm starting on that first. Most people do it backwards, but
yeah, they do it because there's that is it drums or is it melody first? Which one is it?
It's to me it's to each his own. But for me it's melody because that melody could, you know, it could put you in a spot or it'll be one of those, it'll make it or break it for you to turn or keep playing the song. Because again, if you chop up a good sample, doing it right, sound good, it don't matter. Somebody's gonna listen because they want to anticipate on what's to come. What's those drums like? What are you gonna put some more chops in it? You know what I mean? Are you gonna reverse it? Or what you doing? But it's definitely the sound for me.
Yeah. I think it is for me too.
Yeah.
But who would you get at B2? Like if you putting it out there.
What you mean as in the artist?
Like as an artist, like it could be a rap artist or an R&B artist. I mean, depending on the type of beat you made.
Who am I giving the beat to?
Yeah. Like I mean, if you just sent it out there, you just put the beat out there.
Oh, it's to whoever. It's to whoever. I'm not trying to, you know, minimize it to where it's like, oh, only this person can get my beat, or you know, it's like, no, it's like if you got something going, I like what it's doing, you can get it. You know, I'm not trying to. It's not gonna do me no good keeping it. You know, so it's like you can get it if you want it. Yeah, most definitely. Just do something with it.
Just do some. Just do something with it.
Do something with it. Plenty of artists out here recording on beats and got, you know, good songs on drives, but it's like they just got it sitting there, and that's my thing. If you don't get it, do something with it.
I'm sorry.
he said, I'm sorry.
Oh, you want to know? You want to know?
Look, he takes a sip of water.
I'll take that as a yes. I'll take that as a yes. It's cool. It's cool though. Yeah.
So, oh man,
I take that.
Take that.
So like what? Like
so okay, good.
Huh? Okay, right here. Okay, cool. Okay, gotcha.
Just mark that. I don't know how you're gonna mark it, but okay, cool. I mean, you're gonna edit it, so.
Okay.
Oh no, I was gonna ask you like what were your breakthrough moments? What was a specific moment or project that you considered a big break in the industry?
Oh, I would have to say, the placement that I got with Doughboy Raw. Raw. Rest in peace to Raw. It's crazy because I followed him and his music coming up, and you know, it's just one of those things. It's just like, you know, one of those people is kind of like, yeah, he hard. I remember when he was with So Def and you know, and JD them, and to see him come from Young Capone to Rah Rah, it's kind of like, and, you know, being with, you know, Tip, it was kind of like, damn, like, okay, cool. He reinvented himself. You know what I mean?
Oh, wait, hold on, wait. So he was originally Young Capone?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I did not know
I'm
that.
thinking about that. Yeah.
Yo, hold up.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Young Capone. He was. You remember that song? I'm high.
Yeah.
I'm high. That was.
I did not know
Wow.
that.
Yeah.
When you say Young Capone, I'm like, yo, I know who that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was wrong.
Oh, that's dope. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you know what I mean. So yeah. So he kind of like revamped himself. You know what I mean? Rebranded himself, and he used to post this particular artist on his page by the name of Malo. Called himself Dope Boy Malo, NDA Malo. That's my bro there. But came across him on his page, followed him. We start linking, start sending some beats, and then we end up connecting. So when I connected with him, it was like over time, I started working with him. He brought me in front of Rah Rah. And I never forget it. After being around him for a great time, I was playing some beats, and I'm just playing some, and Rah Rah heard a beat that I did, and he was like, "You made that?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Play it," because it was a snippet, so I played it out loud. You know, he was like, "That's hard, fool." He was like, "Let me get that."
Let me get that. That's
I'm
always
like,
the phrase.
Let me get that.
Let me get that. I'm like, all right, cool. You
Yeah.
know, but you know, I'm looking at it like this Rah Rah song. You know, he's just tripping. And he was like, I'm talking to Malo or whatever. He was like, "Hey, you sent that beat, fool?" And I was like, "Oh no, oh here you go." So I got it together, boom, and he kicked us. There was a couple of us in the studio. He was like, he kicked us all out. So he kicked us out. So we went upstairs, you know, just kicking and talking, you know, talking loud. I remember him leaning out the room at one point, telling us like, "Shut y'all ass up. I'm in here recording."
You like,
You know what I mean? And next thing you know, I left the spot and went to the store. I came back. He done recorded, you know, this song. He rapped over it and called it Razor Blade Wave. And he was like, I'm like, damn, I was like, this hard. You know, he was like, you know, he always kind of do his little lean back, you know, suck on his goals. And like, yeah, like, I'm gonna drop it tonight.
Wow.
And I'm like, tonight? He
Tonight,
like,
like right now.
I'm gonna drop it right now. And he got a cover art together with it real quick, and he loaded it. And it was like from there, he never said anything, but I know he had something to do with it on the low. That's what was, I felt like, got me my Jagged Edge placement.
Oh, okay, was that okay?
Because it was like one of the twins, Brandon, hit me up in my DM, and I'm like, he like, "What's up, bro? You know, send me some hot shit." He was like, it don't have to be R&B. He was like, "I already heard your shit. It's hard." And I'm saying to myself,
yeah, that's how you heard it.
Right.
saying
Yeah,
I'm
that's
saying to
crazy.
myself,
Yeah.
like,
Exactly.
how you hear? I'm thinking this fake page and all. but
Yeah.
I showed Rah was like, "Yeah, that him. Yeah, that
Yeah,
that
he
real
knew.
deal." You know, but and that's where it came from. So he never said like, "Yeah, you know, I showed." No, it was just from him posting.
Mm.
And they probably paying attention to whatever he was posting me working with Malo. And then it's kind of like, bro, you know, it went from that. So I felt like that was my breakthrough moment. I've had other, you know, placements with other artists as well before then, but I felt like that did it for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Jagged is one of my favorite groups.
One of mine as well.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so how was that experience?
It was
Well, first of all, let the people know what song it was.
okay. So
Right.
it was
And then
it was off the album, a Jagged Love Story. And it was number 2, Bad Bad. It was kind of like shocking, mind blowing. You know, this Jagged Edge now. We talking about where the
rolling down
party
the
at.
highway.
Let's
Right,
get
yeah.
married.
Let's get married, Jagged Edge.
They used to be
Where the
be
party's at,
you know
Jagged
what you
Edge.
feel what I'm saying? So you gotta think about they were like the people for remixing and everything. You know what I mean? It felt like it wasn't surreal. You know, it was one of those moments like I still kind of like sit back sometimes and be like, damn, I got a song, like I made that beat. And it's like it come on through Pandora or my Apple Music, and it's like, damn, like I made it. You know what I mean? So it's it really it was surreal though. Really.
See, I love that. I love because it only takes one.
It only takes one.
But I love the fact that you had somebody who believed in you. Was like, even though they probably never said anything to you as far as what they were saying to other people, but it was evident,
right? Yeah,
because come on now, what artist like that from Jagged Edge or any artist just drops in your DM like, hey, what's good, bro?
Yeah, real talk. Shout out to Brandon too, man. Shout out to Jagged Edge as well. You know what I mean? Of course, it just I didn't know whether that was a real thing or not. You know what I mean? Because he asked for some beats and I sent them. You know what I mean? But then it went from that to had over time. He's like, okay, I like this beat. We did something to it. Then he shows me a clip that he posted on his page. Like, yeah, I put you in R&B game. I'm like, man, it's dope. I appreciate that, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then still at the same time, like, it's no single. I don't really know when they talking about putting it out. You know what I mean? We kept losing contact at one point. Then finally, he hit me up like maybe a year or so later. It was like, yeah, we got you on on a new project. So I'm like, damn, I saying to myself, I missed this one. You know what I mean? All right, cool. And I didn't realize I made the project until like they released the track list. And it was one of those moments where it was like, oh, this shit real. Like, they got the song there, but then it's like credits. This is on the back of the cover. It got my name sitting there right there with Jermaine Dupri and Brian Michael Cox.
Right. You're like,
yeah.
And it's like, oh, yeah. I was in Nashville at the time. I was at a training with some friends, with some fam, and I looked and I was like, oh, they dropping a project. They got the song on there, so they was like, that's dope, fool, that's dope. And I was like, they put my name on the cover. You know what I mean? So it was a big thing, and it really gave me that faith of knowing like, this shit possible. You can do it. You know what I mean? However you need to get there, get there. You know what I mean? But it can be done.
Yeah, and I think that's very interesting because you have people because today we live in a day of scams. We live in a day of fake DMs and fake messages and people. And so sometimes you don't really know if what you're receiving from that other end is a true person that's on that end that really is a credible artist.
Facts.
And they're like, send you beats. Like, yeah, man, it's fake, man.
You're
a fake dude, man.
Yeah, and it's crazy that, it can happen like that. Like people getting tricked, or
oh yeah.
You know what I mean? And not just even through the DMs, through the emails and stuff like that. Because, you got some people who, especially, in the business, they're not really big and, big on, IG and all that. They hit that email. That's business. That's legit. But you just, it's if you know, that's one of those. But it's kind of like, you need to know if you want to take this serious because you don't want to get fooled, man.
Right.
You don't want to get tricked and these folks to snatch this money, that you call yourself sending, thinking that you finna get into an opportunity. You don't want to do that, man.
Now, anytime they say, hey, you know what? I love your music. I love what you're doing. We got opportunities over here. We just need $500 from you. Spam. That's like, nope.
Send it to the junk folder.
Nope.
Get it out of there.
Right.
Don't fall for the scams, man. There's too many people out here getting tricked, man.
But here's the thing, though, right? So I heard Kelby Canick, who we had on the podcast, talk about it. I heard Brandman Sean talk about it.
Okay.
Who we haven't had on the podcast yet, but we Sean, come on, man. Let's make that happen. You know what I mean? Talking about, these people sending you, like, you ain't that big.
Yeah.
Like, you're not worth that at this particular moment. And they talking about, we about to blow you up globally if you just send us some money. You're not even at that level yet.
Facts.
And people do it. It's like, you you're about to get scammed.
Yeah, man.
But you're so concerned about getting the bag that you're like,
and that's the kind of like, that's the downside to it too, because you got people who really, really like got a passion, got a love for this shit, and it's like, But you got the people who get in it and it's for the money. And they can, they good for it. They getting and they doing it. This, but it's like, it kind of you start to question yourself too, as a creator. Damn, is that what I need to be doing? Because you might be at your lowest at that moment. You might need cash and, but you're trying to just perfect your craft and, be the best producer or the best engineer. You know what I mean? You're trying to do it the right way, but it seems like you catch more strays and, catch more hell trying to do it the right way. You know what I mean? But, we all know doing it just for the money. It works for some, but it don't work for all.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So
it's crazy.
Yeah.
So like what are some of your challenges and successes? Like what are your biggest challenges that you face in a career and how do you overcome them?
Biggest challenges. Now we talking about currently, or we talking about just on my way is from where I came from up until now?
Anything.
Oh, it can be both.
I can say on my way, from where I started till now, I wish I would have started engineering more.
Talking about when you first started? Or?
Yeah, like when I first started, because of course I started, as a producer. I've came in my entry into the game as a producer, but being around some friends from back home, going to the studio rapping and stuff like that, like I kind of got introduced to engineering too. Sad to say it, I started with it was a Cool Edit.
Oh yeah, Cool Edit Pro.
Yeah, Cool Edit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I started with Cool Edit, being around some guys that I went to school with. It was cool. And even from then, I even learned how to record off of FL too. But to me, that was too time consuming at the time, because I'm the person that's sitting here trying to make the beat. Then after I make the beat, put it together. And now I got my guys here, my friends, my cousin or whatever. Now we sitting here. I'm waiting 40, 30 minutes, 30, 40 minutes to an hour for them to come up with their verses. Then I got to help guide them on staying on beat while we rapping.
Oh, you producing.
Yeah, so it was kind of like, I'm like, yeah, this too much. I don't want to be no engineer. I don't want to just sit there.
Right.
But it was like after a point, once I started getting serious, and then of course I made my transition here. I've been able to be in some incredible spaces and rooms way faster being an engineer than I was just being a producer. You know what I mean? Like you have some producers, of course, they come in, they play they tracks, they get them off now, but then that's it. It's like they realize that you got a couple of their beats, they'll leave and go to another session. Nothing against it, but it's kind of like it could be more. It's always can be more. You know what I mean? So it's like someone, my guy Smitty.
Smitty boy?
Yes.
Yeah, that's my
dog.
I'm a veteran, so I see him at the VA all the time. That's my boy right there.
You said that like you're the only veteran.
Because I see him all the time. But yeah, I knew Smitty for some years.
So it's so crazy, right? So,
yeah. Excuse me.
Here's the crazy thing. I'm thinking of. Okay, so here's the crazy thing,
and
it probably, it'd be so crazy. I'm having like a crazy moment, epiphany, at this right now. So, Smitty did a set at Controllerize.
Okay.
Were you there?
I don't think I was there.
Okay. All right. So he did a set at Controllerize where he played a bunch of his beats like he was, DJing.
Right.
And I filmed it.
Okay.
I filmed the whole set, right?
Okay.
Took the video, made a nice little video for Smitty with his logo, and it was dope.
Yeah.
So I get back and I'm editing the video to send to Smitty. I was like, "Yo, Smitty, send me some of the music to put in here." Now I got people dancing. I got Smitty doing his thing, and as I'm watching the video, I'm like, I see people in this video that I know. I'm like, okay, there's AJ on the buttons right there. It's my guy.
Yeah.
Oh, I see Eris. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hersey. Okay, I see him there. And I'm looking, I'm like, that's Yohance. Wait a minute.
You start just going through.
I was like, Yohance was there?
Yeah, because I brought AJ up there.
So he brought AJ. And I was like,
yeah.
what? I'm like, hold on, Lenny Luxo was there.
Oh, that's crazy.
Wait a minute. This dude, wait a minute. Black was there. Jay Black was there?
Yep.
It's so crazy, right? So I'm having like this epiphany. I was like, yo, was Jay Fooley there too? Because I was only really concerned with just filming him that entire night.
And see, that's what I'm saying.
I didn't even know he was recording that night.
See, that's crazy. Yeah, you was just focused on just making sure you got good scenes, good footage. You know what I mean? You wasn't trying to see who was there. You know what I mean? You was there for one person,
right, and that was Smitty.
Yeah.
So I ain't mean it to track on what you were saying, but at that moment I was like, yo, maybe he was there that night.
Because I just bumped into Smitty, crazy. Pulled up on M16 and one of our guys, M16 and Top Floor Zach, he's an artist, dope artist from Albany. And I pulled up, walked in the room, spoke to, a couple of people. D. Will was there as well, a couple other guys.
D. Will, yeah.
And it was one guy, it was by the door. I'm like, what's up, bro? Boom, speaking to everybody. What's up? Turn around again, look toward the door again. It's Smitty. I'm like, oh, bro, what, And, it was good catching up with him, talking about the I Standard days or whatever. But, he told me then, he was just like, it was good that you didn't mind pivoting, like not being so stuck in your ways, you know what I mean, to try something different. Because had you not done that, who knows where you would have been, within your career. So it was just kind of like, you know what, you're right. You know what I mean? I was trying to see where else could I fit in, how can I make my entry? How can I really get in and, make a difference, than rather just, being the guy to just make beats and collab. Because people want to.
Because Smitty's the engineer.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, even knowing that, it's kind of like, okay, cool. Like,
See, I think that's important because when you have multiple skill sets, it makes you more valuable.
X.
All right. So when you have more, I'm telling you, when you have more skill sets, it makes you more valuable because then they can't say, oh, you're just a producer. You were like, no, I engineer too.
Right.
What?
And then it's like, you can be the person in the room. And as I always say, me and my guy, Frank Stacks, man.
Frank Stacks!
That's my,
Yo!
I'm telling you now, that's my dog.
Hey.
That's my bro.
Hey, we finna call Frank right
I'm telling
now,
you, that's
bruh.
my guy. That's my dog. That's my mentor. He the one that showed me everything as far as engineering.
Frank Stacks.
We was around each other, no lie. We was around each other for 4 months. Met him through New Face. Shout out New Face too, man. Shout out my dog, OG New Face. Met Stacks in a Mr. Fab session. And we known each other for 4 months before we find out we have the exact same birthday.
Dang.
I'm just
Wow.
3 years older. Crazy. To this
Frank
day,
Stacks.
that's my
so
dog.
I met Frank when. So I got a homie named DB, right?
For sure, that's my boy.
DB.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry, I
yes.
didn't mean to say your whole government on
Nah,
that.
DB, you got to get some get back on there.
DB. So, dang, that's crazy. See, this is the beauty of the music industry.
Yes,
because you're literally 1 degree of separation from somebody that
facts.
right?
Yeah.
So I have a friend of mine, actually a neighbor of mine, who has known Teddy Riley for years, and I mean years, right?
That's legend.
Really good friends with. I mean, y'all know I ain't really about to drop. I'm gonna tell you the story, but anyway, friends with Teddy Riley for like years, right?
Yeah.
And so he was like, "Yo, Teddy's gonna be in town. Would you come up and do some filming?" I was like, "All right, bet." So I got all this footage of Teddy when Teddy was getting ready for, and I never put it out, which is so crazy, right? It's so crazy. But he looking at me like, "What? You ain't put this?
Right,
You ain't put this
for
out?"
real.
But I got all this footage of Teddy Riley getting ready for his Essence Festival performance.
Okay.
Right. So when he did the Road to Essence Festival, I mean, I told Yohance this. I was in the room when Teddy was on the phone with Timbaland talking about bringing him out as part of the Essence Festival. Right before it even happened, Teddy was like, "Call." He looked at Bull. He was like, "Call him now," because he knows Bull. He's like, "Call him now. We gonna see if we can get him." Right. So fast forward. Right. So I end up meeting Teddy, and at that place, I met some dude named DB. He was there to film some stuff too. And I was like, "Oh, okay, what's good, DB?" He's like, "All right, pleasure to meet you, brother." I was like, "Where you from?" He said, "I'm from St. Louis." I was like, "Yo, wait a minute." Me too. And so that kind of started the whole relationship. So so long story short, DB had a writing session at 4U Recording Studio.
Right.
For an artist that he works with named YFRS.
Okay.
And so there was his nephew Eli and a whole bunch of other songwriters. And one of the people who was engineering was Frank Stacks.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Like, he
Frank
cold.
Stacks, brother. He's cold.
He cold, bro.
Yes, sir.
He, he got it. I don't care what nobody say. Like, whatever you need.
I gotta show you the video after we done.
Oh, you got
you got the video. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you got to. You got to show me some of that footage. That tell you right. Yeah, you got to show me that. But yeah, it's like, just making that transition from just not just being a producer, like being an engineer, and I've been able to be in some incredible spaces with some incredible artists, songwriters, and it's odd because I grew up listening to a little bit of everything. So even when I walk in certain sessions, people go to introduce themselves. It's like, such and such from this. They be like, yeah. Like, and they be like, how you know? I listen to everything. I was just in a session not too long ago. I walked in the session and the guy was like, how you doing, man? I always introduce myself. That's one thing about me. I'm gonna walk in every room. I'm gonna always introduce myself no matter who's there. And the guy was like, yeah, my name's CO. And I'm like, CO, slip and slide? He was like, yeah. I was like, what's up, bro? Legend. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, bro. You know what I mean? Breaking the ice on everything. And it's like, some people, again, probably wouldn't have known who he was. I remember because me and my uncle used to sit and watch 106 in Park. Listen to Trick Daddy, take it to the house.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We literally used to, it was nothing that couldn't get past us as far as music. I can go with my dad. My dad gonna play NWA. He's gonna play Snoop Dogg. He's gonna play, Ice Cube, Too Short. I'm gonna get all that from dad. You know what I mean? But, I might go stay with my mom. My mom and my aunt, they're twins. They're playing Lauryn Hill, Mary J. Blige, Donnell Jones, Case, Faith Evans.
He's saying all the people.
He said Case.
You know what I'm saying? Case.
In fact,
yeah.
Case son went to high school with my nephew down here, Arabia Mountain.
Really?
Yeah.
See, that's
and
crazy.
I said, hey, what's your name, kid? He was like, Case. And I said, like the singer, oh, that's my dad. Yeah.
Small world, bro.
He's like the singer, yeah, that's my dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he can sing as well, too.
See, that's crazy.
Case Jr.
Yep.
And,
brief case.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, no. Hey, Case Jr., you got to get your get back, bro.
I know.
Don't let him do. Don't let B do you like that, man.
Yeah.
Man.
That's right. Like, dang.
Nah, he looked like his mom in Case. He's skinny, but he played cornerback. But he got recruited by, I forgot what college he got recruited by, but I just remember like training with him in the park. Him and my nephew.
Yeah.
He in the park. There. He gonna show up on me like, hey, I heard you call me Briefcase. What's up?
Come on, big dog.
He like, what's up?
Big dog.
He like 6'2".
Oh yeah, he really gonna show up today.
Oh yeah, you go have to get your issue on now.
He gonna be like, yo, what's good, bro?
Yeah.
Briefcase, huh? I'm about to fold you up into one.
Yeah, man. But it was like, being around mom and them, of course, they playing, Mary J. Blige and all that. And then I go to my grandma's house. Now I'm listening to the old school, but then I'm with my uncle. You know what I mean? My uncle is my brother. He's literally like 4 years older than I am. 4 years apart. But he is the one that introduced me to DMX, Ja Rule, Rockefeller. You know what I mean? And not just Jay-Z. We talking about Beanie Siegel and Petey Crack, Owen Sparks,
right?
You know what I mean? Like,
Philly gang.
You feel what I'm saying?
Philly gang.
And, like we Rough Riders, not just DMX. We drag on Eve.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I remember all that. You know what I mean? Like, and it was different. So it's like listening to music now and how everybody got they, crews and stuff. Now it's not like how it was then. It was like, you know what I mean? Like even Nelly came out first. But then it was like after the fact, you had Murphy Lee, Ali, Key One, Slow Down. And it's like
Yep.
everybody found their way to, you know, kind of like push them in slowly, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Introducing their crews and stuff
St.
like
Louis.
that. But and it's like, we don't really see that nowadays no more.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's a little bit different.
It's a little bit different.
It's a little bit different. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. You know, but the thing is, you know, going back to, you know, pivoting, you know, it's like now, you know, me and Stacks often talk about it. You know what I mean? We kind of like middle, we like the middle child, like middle children, because it's like we miss the OG music, but at the same time, we got to stay in tune with what's in now to continue to work. You know what I mean? So it's like, I get it, I understand, but at the same time, it's kind of like, damn, I miss this. You know what I mean? I bumped the old T.I.s, the old Jeezys, and Ludacris, and you know, I get into it, and I can remember where I was and how I felt when it came out.
Yeah.
And compared to now, it's like it's a lot of music out here, bro.
It's a lot of music, and I think, and I'll get back to Yohance, let him do his thing, but there's a lot of music today for me specifically that doesn't give me the same feeling that I had back then.
True.
Like I've started getting back into collecting like vinyl, right? And like I got Murder Was the Case over there.
Yeah,
like, some like one more day.
Yeah.
Like that takes me back to a place like, oh man.
Yeah.
Like listen to like Mary J album. That takes me back to a place. That gives me like a feeling, an emotion.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
There's reminiscent about something, you know, maybe I was, you know, dating this chick and then we had an argument and then boom, that song came on. You know what I'm saying? Then we made back up, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that song now becomes a
it's like, you know, it's a lot of music, but I really feel like that came from you know, they creating these independent distro companies. You know, again, not like saying like, hey, you don't have to wait on no, you don't have to be with no label to put this out. You know, for everybody to consume this music, you can put it out this way by yourself, and you can
put it out right now.
You can put it out right now. You're gonna be able to get paid from what you've done with your music, you know, and you take it from there. And I think it started from there, and then it's like now it's like, of course, setups. Get your own setup. You don't have to go to a studio. You know, save up your chips. You know, stack your bread. Go get you an interface and get you a Mac or whatever you need. You know, get you a little mic. You know, my little microphone right now. You know, just to start.
Yep.
Then after that, you know, but it's I think it came from that though. It came from that, you know what I mean?
Because like what I was gonna ask you, like the trends and innovations, how do you stay ahead of the trends in the music industry, and the trends do you think will shape the future of the music industry, music production?
Staying creative. Just creating. Like, you know, of course, you know, we you know, the guys that I be around, you know, shout out to Chaos and Brother on the Beat, Mello from Digital Sauce, Evan, you know, Joseph, Stacks himself, you know what I mean? We kind of just create. Just, you know, try to have fun with us just cooking up, you know, even, you know, when we, you know, cut references, you know, with, you know, people within our team. Shout out to Dez, man. We just have fun. I don't think for us, you know, or, you know, even myself, I don't think we try to go for no trends, because we know trends come in and out. You know what I mean? So not trying to really just go with the trend. We just making good music. We just gonna cook up some beats and we gonna have fun with it. And then, you know, if somebody hit us up, hey, boom, you know, hey, I'm gonna throw this in the pack. You know, cool. You know, if it lands, it lands. If it don't, we gonna keep working. You know what I mean? But as far as trying to set the trend, it's kind of like we just cooking up. You know, and then of course, you know, once if we have the pleasure, of course, being and working that session, then it's kind of like, it's like, all depending on who the artist is. You know, it's kind of like now it's kind of like trying to meet the artist as well as yourself to come up with something good. You know what I mean? But as really trying to stay ahead, I think it's just, for us, it's just continue to work. Just push it out. staying creative. Because of course we all know how that go. Being in this space, it gets a little overwhelming. You can get put down sometimes. I remember London Jay saying something one time. He was like, if you're not getting up and you're and beating yourself every day, this ain't for you. Because it's like you getting up and it's like you ain't got there yet. Where you want to be, you know what I mean, successfully, or just who you aspiring to be in this industry. It's like, if you ain't getting up and you ain't quitting every day, it's like you ain't really serious about this. You know what I mean? You ain't serious about this shit. And at first, I felt like I didn't feel where he was coming from, but then over time I was like, oh, I feel it. I get what he's saying, because it's like you be wanting to say fuck this shit. Especially when business not going right. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like, but then it's kind of like that. It's like God always come through. It's like the moment you least expect it, drop it on you, and it's like, you gonna keep going, or you gonna let it stop right here?
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like, just stay creative, and keep pushing. You know what I mean? That's the way you set the trend. It's just don't even follow the trend. Just work. Because again, I'm pretty sure if it's happening to you, you probably cooked up something. It was an old track, but you played it to a new artist.
And they were like, yo, wait a minute.
You feel what I'm saying?
And you're like, yo, that beat like 5 years old.
And the artist
it's
don't
like Timberland.
care.
Timberland and Genuine. That song was way old. He gave it to Genuine, and you saw what he did with it.
You see what I'm saying? It's the artist.
It's
don't
old
care.
to us.
Yeah, it's old to us. That's it. Because we the only ones at that moment know about it. It's the same way as far as with the artists making the music. They can make a song today and not release it till a year or 2 years later.
Right.
So that's even with the music now. The music that get put out now, who knows? They probably created that 2 years ago. Now you got everybody on this wave when that's something that person been did.
So that reminds me of this podcast episode I just saw with Ray Daniels and Bink.
Okay.
And
OG.
Yeah.
Shout out to OG Bink, man.
Bink. He from VA, you know what I'm saying? He's from 757, baby.
You know what I'm saying? It's a bunch of legends come out of VA.
Yo, that's crazy.
Man,
I know.
For real.
Trust me, I know. Being from VA myself.
Yeah, for real.
But in the interview that Bink was talking about, he was talking about that they made whatever song it was. Can't remember the name of the song.
Okay.
He was like, but we made that song 2 years ago. He said people thought that it was dated because he had put that song. The song was no. Let me make sure I get it right. I don't know if it was Bink because I watch a whole lot of podcasts.
I was just going to say, you sound like me.
It may have been Troy Taylor.
Okay, all right. That sounds okay.
It's one or the other. Y'all know.
Yeah.
Right. If you go back and watch, it's probably Troy Taylor.
Okay.
Or Bink. But I think it's Troy Taylor.
Okay.
But anyway, one of those individuals, and they were like, "Yo, this sounds dated," but they didn't realize that they had made the song 2 years ago, and it had just came out now. But at the time, it was dope, and that's what I don't think. What people realize is that even in today, you can hear a song that was made 3 years ago and it'll still be hot today.
Facts.
Right? I'm going to look at this camera for a second because I got to speak directly to somebody. Keith, it don't matter, bro. If the track was 3 years ago, bro, like only you heard it that many times. Facts. Not other. I'm going to send this to you after we edit and air this thing. But. Right? I love you, bro. I love you. You know you're my homie. But yeah.
Speaking facts though, man. Yeah. Like for real. Cause just imagine that though. But you gotta think about that too. It's the fact that they could have created it 2 years ago and being able to keep up with it that whole time. To be able to go back into it, listen to it, and if it is something that sounds like now, being able to recover that. You know, people go through laptops, drives, you know, people broke into their houses and all type of stuff. So to be able to literally keep up with it that long, to drop it, and then get the response that you get. You know what I mean? That's dope.
Yeah. I'm gonna ask you a question. He asked in other interviews, like the impact of technology. You know the question.
Oh yeah.
Like as far as like AI or whatever. Like what do you think about that?
It's crazy. It's crazy. to like just knowing, just coming from my era. I'm a 90s baby.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'm an 80s baby, but
Yeah, somebody.
Yeah,
I told
yeah.
somebody. I told somebody I was born in 1990. They was like, "Nah, you was really 89 baby."
That's crazy.
They was like, "You really 80s baby." I'm like,
Right,
"Nah."
that's
but-
right.
Man, you like almost my son age.
Yeah,
So-
you feel what I'm saying? So it's like, you know.
Oh, wait a minute. He's only
I'm 30. I'm 34.
He's 34.
So, well, no, never mind.
Nah,
Never mind.
I was just
never
gonna say,
mind.
how old
Yeah,
are
you
you?
10?
My son was born in 2000.
Oh no, yeah, no, we know. Yeah, I got 10. I got 10 years
Yeah,
up.
10 years.
10 years
Yeah, I'm
old.
about to say. I'm about to say. I had to hold on a second.
I'm 10 years up. Yeah.
Yeah.
But now it's like just coming from my era of where technology was, man. Like, you know, people still had, like, me and my uncle was literally still messing with a beeper when we would get dropped off at the mall.
Mm-hmm.
You know, from beepers to the big Nokias to the
Yeah.
small Nokias.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, laptops was cool, but it was like, you know, it was
Mhm.
only so much you could do on a laptop.
Yeah, back then.
Back
yeah.
then, you know what I mean? It's like, if you had, you know, Apple wasn't Apple then, it was Macintosh.
Mm-hmm.
You had to have some money if you had a Macintosh. You know, and then of course they, you know, switched it to Apple, but it was all Windows, man. You know, Windows
Right.
96. You know, just knowing where technology came from to now, it's crazy. You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
just being able to have your phone and you can literally do any and everything from your phone to the
That's
point where
right.
you're making actual money from your phone.
Mm-hmm.
It's
To not to like
Yeah.
literally like you don't have like some got it to where they can be mobile with their phone and do everything they need to do.
Yeah, they can make a
Mhm.
beat on their phone.
It can make you got these kids out here like with the band lab.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know nothing about no band lab until I heard the interesting story about Lil Tyler. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And knowing that, you know, that's how he made his entry into the game is using band lab. Again, he didn't worry or whine about he just used what he could. Now look at him. He's established, you know,
Right.
signed artist, and he's been in several rooms. I've seen him in a couple of rooms. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
it's the technology is crazy now.
Yeah.
Even with the software, you know, that we choose to
Oh,
make
yeah.
music on. You know
Oh,
what I
yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
It's
Logic.
It's different.
Understand.
Oh, you a Logic guy?
I'm a lot. Well, I got a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
But-
But what do you prefer though?
Logic.
Okay, ain't no wrong with
Yeah.
that.
I prefer everything. Nah, this is the thing. Like, I'm an A&R, but it's whatever with that.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's like I got, you know, I have like certain DAWs that I use
Okay.
just so when I get in the studio session and somebody's using that, I know how
You know how to
to
get
operate it.
You
And
go
I
right.
got the tools to use, so I understand the tools.
Right.
Yeah, I think
Mm.
I heard somebody who I heard the OG Honorable C Note. He said
Mhm.
something of that same caliber. Like he uses this, but he like I know how to use everything.
Yeah.
So it don't
Mhm.
matter who I'm
Oh,
in the
yeah,
room
no,
with
trust
and
me.
collab with. It's
Ah.
like we gonna get this work.
Trust me.
You know what I mean?
I like Logic,
Yeah.
but I got Logic, Ableton, Reason, FL 20. They just released FL 24.
Man,
So I got
yeah.
I got
I
that.
can't even keep up, man.
Right, like-
They switching.
I got Machine.
I've only known a couple people to use Machine.
I got Machine. I got 2 NPCs.
Nah, it's some dope stuff that come out of machine. Trust me.
It
Like,
is.
Yeah.
That's why you know,
Bro, I got
especially
two
like
NPCs,
sometimes
you know.
you. That's why it'd be cool, like when you at these, you know, seminars and these
Yep.
events and stuff, and you start, you know, especially when you're able to, you know, be around people like yourself, you know, as a producer, they playing their tracks, and it's like, damn, that shit sound good. And
Right.
It's like,
Mhm.
hey, what you use? And then that's where the conversation
Right.
go from there. You know what I mean? Whether I might use something different from
Yeah.
what you, but it's how you get your shit to sound like that.
Man, I use Cool Edit Pro.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
He said-
Okay,
Yeah.
look. So we're gonna take a moment and play a game. I'm implementing a new kind of segment
Okay.
into our interviews that we do.
Okay.
Make it more interactive.
Mm.
So I got some hot seat questions that I got for you.
Uh-oh.
Right? You don't got to think about it too long.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
But it's kind of the first thing that pops to your head, and the reason behind why why it is.
Okay.
Okay, so here we go. Here's the first one. You ready?
Uh-huh.
What's your all-time favorite song and why? And here we go. Now you got to think about it.
I'm just gonna do it because it's quick. Young Buck, Money Good.
Oh. Why?
Cause it after years of listening to that song, falling in love with it, the production, the whole song itself, Lil Jon made that beat. And it's now it kind of like, no matter when I hear that song, it always reminds me when he dropped that Buck the World album. That was that last year. That was that last album he did with G-Unit. Yeah. So it's like that song is that's that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for that.
All right, bet. What's a song you love but might be embarrassed to admit?
What song I like?
Yeah. What song do you love but might be embarrassed to admit that you love this song?
Ooh. Hold on. Let me give me a few seconds on that. Give me a few seconds. I got it. I ain't gonna lie.
Like if you were singing it or rapping and we walked into the room, you were like, "Oh shoot, they caught me singing this."
Get It Sexy.
Who's that by?
Sexy Red.
Sexy Red.
Oh.
Get It Sexy.
Yeah.
Or the new joint by Glorilla, the Thank God It's Friday.
Yeah, I ain't gonna trip. I ain't
Yohance like it too.
It's like,
hey man, I'm just saying. It's like I get it. I'm not that young, but it's like I get it.
Yeah,
you know what
it's like when I'm listening to it, man. You should, man. I wish one of y'all could be in a mirror in the car when I'm listening to it and I'm riding down the street. Oh, I got the volume to the max. Oh, but when I get ready to go to that red light,
don't want anybody know I'm listening to this.
Oh,
well, make sure But no, man, like yes, Get It Sexy and that Thank God It's Friday by Glorilla. It's the girls are really killing it because
they doing their thing.
They are killing it. Though.
You know what I mean? Like I'm literally in the car, like I'm chugging to this shit.
Mm-hmm.
They are killing it though.
You know what I mean? Like I'm in there like, this.
And if you notice something, I'm gonna say it. They're not killing each other.
I gotta clap my hands for that. Yeah,
they killing the game.
Yeah, they killing the game.
They killing the game
because you know why? It ain't about some of it got pride, but it's more so with ego.
Right.
The girls are literally having fun. And I was just telling somebody this in a session, like, that's what's missing from the male perspective, male side of the game.
Yeah.
These guys, they acting too cool.
Yeah.
You go to the club now and everybody in sections now because everybody want to look so cool. These guys are acting so damn cool now, like they don't even want to laugh.
Wow, it's crazy.
In the club? If it's like
that's crazy.
It's like I go out crack a joke. He funny. He crazy. No. It's like, bro, lighten up, bro. Take another sip of your drink.
You're in a club.
We in the club. We in here with the ladies.
Fun.
Yeah,
have fun, bro. Let loose, like loosen up your collar a little bit. You know what I mean? It's like dance, like that era when snap music was the thing. We had grown men in the club
snapping in, yeah.
Damn near.
But man, bro, but so like I said, I'm an 80s.
What?
80s baby, right? More than 70s, but 80s was
Disco
it.
era.
You know what I'm saying? Disco. Bro, but by the time I got to being like 19, 20, nigga, we was dancing.
Making love on the on the dance floor.
We dancing. I'm talking about you got sweat. Ladies trying to outdance you. You trying to really get up on them. Like we was dancing.
I remember back home, like we would go to the skating ring on Sundays when school was out. Like if there was a holiday and we didn't have school on Monday, we had the skating ring on Sundays and everybody skate all night until it was like the last 2 hours. Shout out my cousin DJ Sky. he would clear the floor and he would play music and everybody started
Dancing.
I'm talking about people doing routines. Like people all on the floor. When we walk out of there, everybody is sweating.
Yeah, sweating like you like whoa.
Like I'm talking
perspiration, bro.
I'm talking about drenched. Like
drenched.
you know, like yeah.
I mean, but you know, somewhere in the music landscape it changed. I mean, what Fat Joe say?
Today's prices.
What did he say? Not what he say.
What you mean?
These niggas don't dance. We just pull up our pants.
Yeah, but it's like,
Yeah,
but you know
And
that's
lean back. Like they don't dance no, but it's like we too cool to dance.
yeah, but it's like the girls.
We too cool to dance.
The girls don't give a damn.
Yeah, they gonna dance.
They gonna dance. They'll dance with each other.
They gonna
if you ain't gonna dance,
Yeah.
we'll just dance
But
with
then,
each
like,
other.
if y'all pay attention to it now, it's kind of like the girls are having so much fun that they even like pulling up to the dudes, like, "Ooh, you fine as fuck. What's your name? What's up? What's up with you?" That was us.
That used to be us back in the
That was
Right.
us. Damn, you cute. What's your
Cute
name?
girl, what's good?
What's
How
happening
you
with
be?
you?
Like,
Yep.
right, what's your name?
The girls are doing it because they
Because-
just having fun.
Right.
When the last time you heard like of course I don't have
Well, I'm gonna
kids.
tell you, I don't know.
I see.
I'm gonna tell you,
I like I haven't heard a conversation amongst like younger generation like I'm finna go in here, I'm finna pull me some. Let me see.
Yeah,
Let's see who
yeah.
can pull some out of here tonight.
Oh yeah,
Let's see how many numbers we can get tonight. That used to be a game.
That
for
was
us.
a game back in the
It
day.
was fun.
Yeah.
That was a game back in the day.
You
bruh.
feel me? It was fun. Like nobody's
Or
having.
finding the baddest one in the club.
Come
like,
on,
yo,
man. Come
hey,
on.
who about to get that one first?
At least try.
like
Yeah.
at least try.
That's where it's kind of like you amped your boy like to try because it's like, okay,
Right.
ain't nobody scared to holler at nobody.
Yeah. I used to work in a club. I was a
He was a
bouncer
bouncer.
at a club.
He was a bouncer.
You see what I'm
He
saying?
throwing
so
dudes out.
You already
He throwing
know.
me out the club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see what I'm
He's trying
saying?
to toss me out. I'm taller than him. He's short. He gonna try to toss me. I see you.
Hey.
Yeah. So it's like the ladies are winning like
They winning.
crazy because
Yeah.
they know how to get out here and have
Have
fun.
fun.
They can cut
That's
the
right.
record. They know how to promote it on TikTok. They can get on there and dance, do a silly dance,
Mm-hmm.
laugh, talk shit, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The guys,
Too
it's
tough.
Like, it's like put that shit right down.
They too about to.
I know they know what the fuck going on. They know they gonna tap in. And it's like,
Mhm.
come on, bro.
Come on, bro. Stop
Like
tripping.
work the move.
That's
Like
right.
learn how to have fun. I feel like once that happens, yeah, we gonna like the male
this-
side of it. It's gonna be fun. It's
Just
gonna
take-
go up.
Just take J. Cole advice, right? Just pull out your phone and put my number in it. Call me when your man leave you unattended.
Come on,
Right?
man. Come on, man.
Girl 100 and she knows that I want it. Like take J. Cole advice.
Like dropping
Like
gems.
the whole chorus of that song is
smooth,
oh my gosh, bro.
smooth, extra smooth.
And it sounds like him and Tupac
Yeah.
in the song, and he's like, the club, what do you? I'm trying to remember the lyrics, but some of the words I can't really. I don't curse anymore like I used to, but you know what I'm saying, like. But he said, the club don't stop until 2:00. Go up to the girl. You better get up there and do your thing.
No, for real.
But they don't
like,
do that
yeah,
anymore.
we
That's
gonna,
like you wasting your time.
And yo, I'm too far removed from that scene to even know, man. I've been in this
Man,
married life for
Yeah,
24
hey,
years.
man.
So I
I'm
have
single.
no idea.
So I'm
what he
single as
said,
well, but it's like
They
even for me.
they don't do that. Like you said, they
No.
don't. Like you
Yeah, I
said,
don't
a
know
chick
what
can come up to you and tell you what's up.
Yeah, like,
I don't know what that
like,
life is
man,
like.
I'm telling you, like I don't go out as much, if unless I'm going out with, an artist, they invited me
Right.
somewhere or something like that. But like if you pay attention, man, you go to these clubs, like everybody is in a section
That's crazy.
and everybody in their phone. I even caught
Yeah,
myself
that's
going in
crazy,
the club, like, and I'm going straight to the bar. Cause of course I'm going to get me a drink. You know what I mean? But next thing you know, it's
You on the
like
phone. Instagram.
Instagram.
Yeah,
I-
Instagram, TikTok, whatever.
I literally not too long ago I seen a guy. Me and my cousin went into Visions. We having a few drinks, and I looked to the left. A guy literally got his tripod in the club, and he got it set up at the bar.
Wow, that's crazy.
I was literally, I was
Oh
like,
my goodness.
bro, who the hell
Yo,
bring a tripod
That's crazy. My man
to
got
the club?
My
my man got a whole photo set up in there.
Yeah.
He's like,
And somebody was like a content creator, and I was like,
nah.
He said a content creator.
boy, what?
That's wild.
It's like,
Yo,
bro,
look.
it's like he ain't doing it to get some type of content of him being
Right,
around
like-
some ladies, and he literally got the phone posted up and somebody he didn't went live. I'm saying myself.
Yeah.
So like really, whatever you came to the club for, it was not for the ladies.
Oh man, look. All right, let's get back to the game. That's crazy. Look, that's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm telling
All
you.
right, look, got a couple more, right?
Okay.
What's a song that describes your current life situation?
A current song that describes
Well,
my
a song
that
describes your life situation.
Oh, now that's fire. Kevin Gates, Do It Again.
Why is that?
Not only because the production was done by Drummer Boy, you know what I mean, and it was on his new project he just dropped, but his lyrics is literally like, I feel like he's speaking to me, because it's like it's he's literally telling you like, no matter what the fuck going on, no matter how many times you fall, no matter how many times people count you out, if this what you want, get up, do it again and again and again till you get to where you going. Like, no matter what, don't let up, because it's like the minute you do, it's like you let them win. All the doubters, all the people that you know, the haters or whatever, you know what I mean. You letting them win, but to get up, like he even said it in a bar in the hook. He was saying, I failed every time, but I got back up and I did it again. It's like to not just settle for, oh damn, I got knocked down. That's like that's a deny. No,
Right.
like it's all about your perspective too. Like, don't look at it as a deny. Like, that's maybe a delay. Maybe you needed to be on that ground and know what that shit felt like. So when you hop back up again, you're gonna move it in a more strategic way so you don't fall back down.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So like, I could definitely say that Kevin Gates, Do It Again.
What's a song that always brings tears to your eyes?
Oh man. It might be a couple of songs for that. But one song for sure. I want to say Joyner Lucas featuring Rick Ross, Legend. I don't know if it's the damn beat. I don't know if it's the vocals in the background, the vocal runs in the background, but it's like it just gives me a feeling, you know what I mean? And then of course it makes me think about like all my, friends that have, passed away, you know what I mean, in the midst of me, getting to where I'm at right now, and I could definitely say for that song, it makes me think about my bro Crack, rest in peace, Joey Crack. It just give you that everybody has that one person that's gonna support them no matter what. Nothing against anybody else that has supported me throughout my career, and still is to this day, including family. But that was one of my bros. He was like, no matter what I told him, he was like, I'm supporting anything you do, little bro. I always say that. So it's like anytime I hear that song, I just recently heard that song the other day. Just so happened I was in the sauna, and it caught me. It was like, damn, like crying and shit, you know what I mean? But I'm in the sauna, so it's like I ain't got nobody looking at me crazy like, damn,
Right.
bro, okay,
They just think it's sweat.
it's just
You-
I'm good, you feel what I'm saying? So I'm good, you know what I
Good.
mean?
Disguise.
But definitely, yeah. Jordan Lucas, Rick Ross, Future and Rick Ross, legend for sure.
Mm.
Yeah.
Good. What's your favorite movie about music or musicians
Favorite
or
movie.
singers, rappers? They all fall in the same category.
Favorite movie that's about musicians?
Or music or rappers or singers. It can be any classification of those.
Hmm.
And of course, why?
I ain't gonna lie to you, B. It's hard to say that. I'm a comedy guy.
Mm.
So I want some action packed, and I want to laugh, bro. Like I thought you was finna ask what's one of my favorite movies and why. I can't really say as far as pertaining to music. I can't really say. Yeah.
Okay. All right. No. Don't worry.
Yeah.
And okay, so what's your favorite? The last question. What's your favorite genre of music to listen to? I think I know, but
you say you think you know?
I think I know.
Say I want you to say it then.
Genre?
Yeah, genre.
I personally think it's like old school music, like Frankie Beverly and Maze, and groups like that. Commodores, Four Tops, Temptations.
Okay, so you was almost right.
Almost.
But R&B, neo soul. Like to be able to kind of like kick back and like, I don't know. People keep talking about how R&B is not this and not that. It's like because a lot of it's about who you hanging around, what you choosing to listen to. Because I love R&B.
I love R&B.
I'm recording rap artists 90% of the time when I'm in the studio. So when I leave the studio, if I'm not driving home in silence, I'm throwing on some R&B. I'm listening to Tank.
Who are you listening to?
I'm listening to Tank.
Tank, that's my guy.
I'm listening to Tank. I'm listening
Sex,
to
Love, and Pain. 1 and 2.
Man, come on, the intro. That 2 on the intro on 2. Oh my God. Tank. What's my guy? Trey Songz. Mario. Even some of the songs that Tory Lanez has done in R&B. Yeah, I'm all over the place when it comes to R&B. Joe. You know what I mean? Especially that song with him and him and Case did. That's one.
Nope.
I'm not gonna say
nope.
that.
He looking at me. No, Case.
Yeah. I'm telling you, if he ever say it again, bro, you gotta get some get back, bro.
I'm not saying it again.
Gotta get that get back. But yeah, like I love listening to R&B, man, because it's a feeling.
It's a feeling.
It's a feeling, bro.
It puts you in a space.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
It puts you in a mood when you listen to R&B, man. That's the
real talk, because it literally like it's one of them. Still
is that me?
Oh, I think so.
That's Yohance.
I think
no, that ain't me.
Nah. I wonder.
That's probably
still.
Oh, it is this thing.
Is it?
Yeah.
Even when you turn it off, that's crazy.
It was still going. Look, they gonna make sure you get up.
Look. We're gonna leave that in here. That's crazy.
That's hard. Yeah. But now, it's a feeling, man. Like, and it can put you in a good spot, whether you with you by yourself or you around a lady. You know what I mean? It's like it's different. It's soothing. It's soothing. Like I'm talking about, I'm listening to it no matter if I'm happy or I'm mad, frustrated, worried, I'm excited, I'm ecstatic. Like I'm going to listen to music, period. But we talking about if I just want to chill, I'm putting on some R&B.
Put on some R&B.
I'm putting on some R&B. You know what I mean? And I'm bouncing a little bit everywhere. I'm going to the old stuff and I'm listening to the new stuff. You know, then I might, boom, I might throw on some Al Green or, again, Frankie Beverly. That's my grandmother's favorite group. You know what I mean? Like, so I can hear that and just be like,
Mr. Biggs.
he talking about Mr. Big. Oh, well, hold up. You know what's so funny? When you said Mr. Biggs, I'm from Alabama. So I'm thinking you talking about the last Mr. Big.
No.
Yeah, I thought y'all was gonna say, shit, what you know about Mr. Big?
Not Mr. Big. Talking about Ronald Isley.
Yeah, okay, you talking about R. Kelly, Mr. Big. Yeah, see, I thought you talking about the last Mr. Big. Now that's an OG in the game. That, you know, definitely was a legend. You know, coming out of Alabama. You know what I mean? Especially when he connected with 3 6 Mafia and he made those songs with them. You know what I mean? Like Popping My Collar and all that stuff right there. So yeah.
Yeah, I know. Look, I spent some time down I was stationed in Louisiana.
Okay.
So
yeah.
There's some artists that I like that people have never heard.
Yeah, that's where my mama from.
They
Louisiana.
like, yo, like MC Nero. They're like, yo, who's MC Nero? But he got a song they played in the club.
Yeah.
It was called "Got a Lot of Respect." Oh my gosh, the song was like we were in there, but we were dancing. So they made songs that people to dance to, and we in there killing it. Ain't nobody ever heard of some dude named MC Nero.
But see, that's what I'm saying. It was just like at that. It was like, but that's crazy. You say that because you had to go there.
You had to go there.
You had to go there in order to get there. It's like nowadays, it's like some people don't even travel. So just imagine like they don't travel and it's like they get to know about everything in the world.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they don't have to go to LA to know that.
They don't have to.
That the gangs are probably having a crazy gang war in LA. You know what I mean? Or they got some of the best gas out there. Cause it's like they showing it.
Right.
It's all on. It's right here in your hand.
Right.
It's showing you every
there.
damn thing. So it's like, but
we had to travel.
You had to travel. You like just like how I could tell my granddad like, oh yeah, I went to such and such. He was like, yeah, you take that road right there, boom boom, jump on that highway right there. And it's like, how you know? Shit. Took me a few trips a couple times, especially when you gotta pull out that map. You know what I mean? It's like it's like they again, you had to go.
You had to go
and experience it.
That's right.
Compared to now, it's just like everybody just stuck in it.
It was the first time I've ever rolled up to a barn to get some beer.
See, that's crazy.
Wow.
Crazy, right? A barn.
That's
they converted into a store.
Was it like a drive-through? It was like a drive-through. For sure. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right?
I'd have been
so it's like a drive-through, but it's a barn. And you drive through it, and it's kind of like where they kept all the actual animals on the left and the right, but now one side is made into the actual store, and the other side is probably where they store the alcohol and all that stuff. But you drive through, like, yo, let me get a 40 of St. Ives real quick, or 64 ounce. And the first time I ever seen a 64 ounce of beer was like in a jug, like they would give it to you. Like, yo, but the thing is you had to go there. That's how I found out about MC Nero. That's when I first heard of ESG. That's kind of when I first heard of Chopped and Screwed, right? And it's like you would have never heard of them if I would have stayed in Virginia or in a different area.
It's like, and the thing is again, it just shows you when you ask me that question about technology. You know what I mean? That's why I said it's crazy, because it's a person doesn't have to go nowhere to blow up.
Yeah,
they can literally buy their equipment, cut the records at the house, load the records to their distro, promote the records on their platform. They're gonna get, they're gonna perform at a couple of shows in their town, but again, they didn't go nowhere. And next thing you know, boom, a couple of months go by, labels are hitting them up, flying them out.
He dropping them gems,
bro. You could do a whole. That's what you could do a whole. My cousin did a whole concert in his house.
See what I'm saying?
By himself. A whole Superstar 6.
Superstar 6. Oh, for real? He did? Oh, man.
I got a cousin that lives here named Superstar 6. And he did a whole concert in his living room. He's a dope artist, bro. Oh, my gosh. By himself. Facebook Live.
See what I'm saying?
Killed the whole thing.
See what I'm saying?
Now, if that was me, or like him, or if I was an artist, which I'm not.
Right.
I would do that every quarter. I would drop an EP every quarter and do a live concert in my house. Maybe I'll invite a couple people, couple friends, so somebody be there. Yeah. Hire us to come out you know, and kind of do the live streaming of the whole thing, right? Make sure it's nice and professional.
Yeah.
And just do that every quarter. Like,
and
look at Yohance over there.
Because if you think about it, it's pretty dope. Because even if you went to the on the retrospect of it, and like the people that you do invite, if they come, hey, because you came, I give you this.
That's right.
You feel what I'm saying? Make it feel like when you get ready to do the next one, everybody be like, oh, I'm making sure I be there because he be giving out some shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
And long as it's something that they can cherish, they can use, and it's like they gonna remember. Oh yeah, it's like that's how you gain. You can. That's a great way to gain your bait your fan base.
Matter of fact, you know who did it and did it ridiculous? Matt B.
Oh yeah, Matt.
So we got a homie named Matt B.
Okay,
he's out in L.A.
Yeah.
He put on a whole like concert series. It was him. I forgot what brand he did it for, but it was him. A couple of other people that was there playing instruments.
Yeah,
he had some lights. Dude there with the video camera.
It was nice,
and they shot the whole thing. But yo, you can do that on your phone.
Bro,
you can be the dude. You can be the dude in the club with the tripod.
man, I'm telling you, getting that B-roll footage.
You want to do something productive with your tripod? Do that.
Yeah, it's like you can literally come in and get B-roll footage of your guy just in the club, just popping it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And then take that and mix that with whatever y'all able to come, what else y'all able to come up with. But that's what I'm saying. Technology is crazy, and then like now they got it to where it's like AI generated. Yeah, as being a songwriter, it's like it gives again that creativity to the artist or to the songwriter or to the producer. It's like, okay, I want to make this for this person. You can literally get an AI generated software and have that sound like this person to see if it aligns with what you know what I mean? Is that really, could that really go to them? It's crazy, bro.
It's crazy, man.
It's crazy. It's and again, if you're not up to speed, you can you're gonna get left behind. Yeah. So you gotta stay tapped in, stay tuned in. It's good to go to these events and seminars, and because if you're not up on point, you can really get left behind.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And I think that's the last question right there. Is like, what advice would you give to anybody trying to get into this music space? You
have to be strong, not just physically, mentally, because this shit is not for the weak. You gotta be mentally strong and believe in something. I think, believing, having that core belief of like, I can make it happen. I can make it happen no matter what. If you got to go get your job, bro, don't let nobody tell you that it's wrong, it's something wrong, or you're not taking your craft serious if you have a 9-to-5. Money is to be made and spent, bro. If you got to go get your job, bro. But believe in something and see it through. Yeah. Like I'm like, I could say that, like, believe, like, be strong first. Be strong mentally. Cause if you're not, it can break you. You know what I mean? It can break you to a point where you just like, I've literally reached out to people and like, it'd be like, yeah, you can do this, and this is a great way to network. And he's like, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I ain't got time for that. I got kids. I got, I'm doing this and that, and it's like I left that, and it's like, damn. And of course, that's not me saying, damn. I'm not saying like the person gave up, but it's just like he didn't believe it enough.
Nah, he sound like he gave up.
And it's like it's having, just believing in it, no matter how, no matter where I stray to with it. I'm coming back, and I'm gonna get a little bit closer than I was before. But I'm like, I've had people ask me that, like, like, bro, you still mess with them? Like, come on, man.
You still mess with them beats?
Come on,
that hibbity hop?
Like, and I have to play with them. Like, is water wet? You know what I mean?
Right.
It's a pig's pussy port. Like, you know what I mean? Like you got to know this. Like I'm not stopping. I don't care. Like I gotta see it all the way through, man.
All the way
I got
through.
to. Look, he laughing like, yeah,
All the way
through. But dog, for real, it's like, be strong. I'm gonna say that to anybody, any producer, any engineer, songwriter, artist, whatever. Like, be strong mentally, and then believe in something, and then just lean into it, man. Just lean all the way up into it, like, and don't be afraid, and don't be scared to fail either, because how the hell you supposed to learn if you don't fail? Like, you gotta do something wrong so you can get it right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you didn't know your multiplication, addition, division, subtraction just off the rip. You had to mess up. You had to not get the right answer to be able to get the right answer. So it's the same thing with everything else. Be okay with failing. You know what I mean? I live by 2 words: gratitude and accountability. Take account for what you do. Don't be trying to blame nobody and say you're the reason why I didn't know. Check yourself. Say, maybe if I didn't put myself in that position, this wouldn't have. Whether it was your fault or not, but hold yourself accountable for what you do and what you allow. Be strong mentally, and literally like believe in what you're doing, that you can actually see yourself all the way through. Like you can picture yourself saying like, yes, I can see myself having the lifestyle, being around these artists, being around these, and having fun, bumping elbows with these people. Like, if you can see yourself and you can actually like, you smile when you think of that, lean into that shit.
Yeah.
Lean into that. Like anything else, if you can damn near stop yourself before you can fully get it out, it's like, okay, then like, okay, you tripping. But that would be my advice.
That's what's up, man. Yeah. So how can people connect with you? How can they follow you?
Definitely, man. Definitely connect with me on IG, man. Jay Fooley Beatz. That's Beats with a Z. That's Instagram for sure, and of course, same way with Facebook as well. Tap in with me, man. Like I said, I move around. I work with some great artists. But just holler at me. I'm not hard to, and again, you don't have to, it's not about trying to impress me. Just if you got something, let's work. I'm cool with that. Let's work.
For sure.
But yeah, definitely. IG, Jay Fooley Beatz.
That's right. But man, it's a pleasure, brother.
Man,
yes,
I appreciate y'all. I really enjoyed this.
That's right.
I appreciate the invite. I really do.
Yeah.
Real
Yeah,
time.
I appreciate you coming on the #1 platform.
Yeah, for
the
sure.
music, the indie music creators.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Facts.
that's the slogan from now on. We're the #1 platform
There you go.
for the independent music creators.
Believe that. You got to lean into it.
Got to lean into it.
There you
That's
go.
right.
Sir.
So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much once again for tuning in to the Indie Unplugged. I am your host, Vaughan.
I'm the co-host, Jess Yohance.
And man, once again, this is
Jay Fooley.
We appreciate y'all being here. Take everything he said to heart. Man, you got to really want it. So lean into it.
Real talk.
Appreciate you being here. Peace.
Out.